Good late evening from Southeast Asia. This will be episode number. You're going to do it to me again, aren't you? Great pumpkin, you jackass. Wait for it. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's a mental thing, okay? Suck it up. 255. God, I should know that from coding. Oh my God, 255, episode number 255 of the alien anal probe.com. What do we call them now? We call them broadcasts with a B, broadcasts, because that's the most universal thing. Alrighty, all tapes are copyright 2023 by stockphotosworldwide.com. And you can go there. You can go to alienanalprobe.com. You can go to a whole bunch of other websites. We don't care. You'll find them. Googling around for alien anal probe, podcast, broadcast, aliens, all one word, alien anal probe. That'll get you here, period. One way or another, that'll get you here. Okay, as everybody knows, we have a giant collection of tall tales. We go through them one by one, try to whack them out of the park, kill them, as it were. We pretty often can. We delete them, spit on them, kick them in the groin, because they're bullshit. And if they might happen to sort of kind of maybe have a little bit of credibility, we say, okay, how much credibility? And we assign a little bit of sand and we put it in a bucket. And if the bucket's ever full, then we believe in aliens. Okay, the end, amen. God, I gotta just record something like that and put it on every time, because man, that's annoying. Maybe now, well, hey, I could print it across I could do a scrolling print thing across the screen. I couldn't do that before because it was podcasts and they were audio only. Well, no, that would suck, because if you're just listening to the audio half of it, then you wouldn't see that important information. Okay, I want to touch just for 1 second before we get started. I say 1 second and I mean 30 minutes. No, only 1 second. People keep coming to me and saying, God, you're a moron. Jeez, we hate you. We want to stab you in the abdomen with the penknife. But beside that, they also they ask, what's going on with all the recent UFO sightings and all UFO talk and all that shit that's going on over the last, well, see, what are we at now? We're in June of 2023. So over the last, let's say 6 months, but really it's just ramping up and up and up. But 6 months, it really, if there's a graph of it, I'm thinking, around January, it just went up, and it's just keeping on going. Okay. At first, I told people, well, that's only because, you got more security cameras, you got more people on social media talking about it, you got this, you got that, and the amount of alien activity, quote unquote, supposedly, is the same as it's been for 1,000 years. It's just that people are talking about it more now, and it's getting out there. That's what I've been telling them. I'm not so sure anymore. I think a number of things are going on. That is going on, certainly. People are talking about it more. It's going on social media more. The government came out starting in 2017 and said, oh, by the way, folks, we've been lying to you. UFOs are real and the aliens are real and they're coming to probe you. Hell, Cartman knew that a long time ago. But anyway, so that contributed to people starting to more openly talk about UFOs. The government comes out and says, yeah, we've been lying to you. UFOs are real. That should have been a bombshell. That graph should have gone straight up 90 degrees, but it didn't. It just started a very gradual ascension. I don't know what the hell people are thinking, but anyway, they are talking about it more and more. Military people are talking about it more and more. You got, some biggish names coming forward saying, hey, this whole thing about UFOs aren't real. Fuck that shit. They are. And names who know, and names who've been told not to say anything. And they're saying stuff anyway. So that's pretty exciting. Some of those names know more than you want to know. They know more than I know. They know more than should probably ever be told. If I was them, I'd tell it anyway. Just hell with the world. Let it descend into chaos and screaming and crying and, howling at the sky. I don't care. It would be entertaining. I'm saying I don't care. Go for it. Full Monty. Do it. I wonder if anybody will on their deathbed, something like that. Because there are people now who are starting to spout off in public, putting their face and their name out there and their pension. I don't know that they've got the permission from Black Ops people or not. In some cases, I think maybe they do. You got the, what's his name, Lou Alessandro, I think, if I pronounce that right. He knows way more than you ought to know. He is coming out. He's been coming out for a while saying, well, I really can't talk about that. I can go right to the edge of this subject, but I can't cross over the line, And I'm getting a lot of flack for saying this stuff, that people want to kill me and stuff like that. I'm thinking he's probably being told exactly what to say, how far he can go, when to stop. That's my hunch. That's my feeling about that guy. I never met him, but I like him instinctively. I like him, but I think he's got spooky shit going on in the back of his brain. I do. Would I stake my life on that? Yes, I would. He's got shit going on. What was that line in Dune? Plots within plots. Yeah. Okay. And a number of people are like that too. So anyway, the whole point is UFO/alien activity actually increasing? That's the question. And I told you what I used to say, and I've held pretty true to that right up until about now. I'd be thinking it's increasing a little bit, not nearly as much as people think it is, but I'd be thinking it's increasing. People think it's really increasing because they're just now getting interested in the subject and they're just now reading about stuff, researching and talking and discussing, and they think, oh my God, they're here. Well, yeah, they've been here for a long goddamn time, paisano. But that seems to them like an increase in activity when it's not. It's just an increase in their awareness. The actual activity, I think, is probably increasing. No, not by a huge factor, by 5%, 8%. Does that mean more are coming? Well, the aliens, in all these reports, the aliens keep telling more of our kind are coming. Asshole. Buckle up that chastity belt. There was one guy who supposedly, I don't remember the case, so I don't remember if it sounded credible or not, but the aliens, he met with the aliens some damn place. I don't know what he was doing. He's walking from his farm to 7-Eleven or something. I don't know. And the aliens came and he's talking to him and he's asking the usual questions, is there a God? Is there life after death? Is there sex on Zeta Reticuli? And, like that. things Earthlings would be interested in. Yeah, yeah. How do I build a warp drive? Well, I forgot to ask that one. Sorry. But by the way, yeah, there's sex on Zeta Reticuli. It's a really nasty, ugly thing. I'm not going to talk about it. Anyway, he asked him, "Are there more aliens out there?" And the alien supposedly, in this report, the alien supposedly said, the alien looked at him kind of like, "What are you, effing stupid? Are you a groundhog? Are you an earthworm?" And in lieu of an answer, he showed the guy a telepathic vision. And in that vision, the guy saw a flow of uncountable alien craft headed where? Here. I don't remember when that report came out. That was, I'm thinking, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, a long time ago. Probably more like 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. I don't remember. And the guy was like, "Whoa, gotcha." No further discussion needed here. And there have been a number of cases where people have been told or shown something to that effect. Like, "We be coming there, bro. Break out the Bud Light." No, wait a minute. No, not that. They'll kill us. I don't know. Anyway, I think that it is increasing. I probably, not certainly. I don't have graphs on the shit, but my sense is not infallible, but it's pretty good. My sense of all things is pretty good. Okay, so that's my message. All right. We started out with 9,400 cases. Now we're down to 8,000 cases. Our bucket is 90% full plus a smidge. Yes, I'm over the whatever dread disease that was, ice cream disease. Hell, you get it from lettuce too. I forget the name of it. It's called diarrhea. No, wait, that's not the name of the disease. It might as well be. Actually, I didn't have that problem. Everybody else does. It's called listeria. Sounds suspiciously like hysteria. Yeah, okay, well, that's not a new disease by any stretch of the imagination, but we are seeing more and more more diseases that were traditionally known to be pretty much only contained in third world countries, and now they're contained in the whole world because the third world country people are out moving around and they're bringing their diseases, and we don't know what to do with them. Our bodies don't know what to do with them because they never saw them before. Listeria, there's no immunity to it anyway, so it doesn't matter about that one. And we've had that for as long as the whole rest of the world. It's been around, just hasn't been prevalent like it is now in the ice cream at your local Walmart. I explained that in some episode, 2 or 3 back. God bless it. But listeria is waiting for you at a shopping mall near your home. It's waiting. Just like a little carton of Mr. Hanky's. Come on, Heidi ho. Shit. No pun. Okay. All right. So we spin the dial and we start. How much time have we wasted already? No, it wasn't a waste. We talked about aliens. Okay. Albany, Ohio, October 16th, 1973. Oh, shit. I always try to think what I was doing in that year. Yeah, 73. I was just winding up from the feds. That was a 2-year stint, 2 or 3 year in federal law enforcement. I didn't like it. It was corruption Yeah, okay. Let's just let it go. Someday I'll talk about it in some other podcast. But, okay, time is evening. Upon arriving home, the witness saw a ghost-like figure floating about 50 feet above the ground at 1,000 feet distance. How big is it? 1,000 feet, that's 3 football fields. What are you going to do? It's going to look like a balloon. It's about 4 feet tall and thin, like a person draped in a close-fitting sheet. That's how you make a ghost. You put it over a balloon. It's a balloon, for fuck's sake. This better get better. It was seen only briefly when she noticed a bright... Wait. Oh, hell. Hold on. Our wonderful Logitech software has screwed the pooch again. What miserable damn crap. Okay, now theoretically, supposedly, 1 in 200 chance you're going to see in the right-hand corner the transcript of this report. Oh, God almighty. It's supposed to save this whole setup as a preset, but it's Logitech, so what the fuck do you expect? Logitech is about half a grade below Microsoft, so, you get 2 peas in a pod there, pissing on each other. And this is what you get. You get shit. God damn. Okay, here we go. Well, fortunately, we didn't get very far. Albany, Ohio, October 16th, 1973. Time was evening. Upon arriving home, the witness saw a ghost-like figure floating at 50 feet above the ground at 1,000 feet distance. Okay, you got to remember, most people are really, 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 really bad at estimating distances. That's why people rear-end each other on the freeway all the damn time. That's 3 football fields. It was about 4 feet tall and thin, like a person draped in a close-fitting sheet. That sounds like a helium balloon with some kind of really lightweight laundry bag. They make those laundry bags. We used to do all kinds of heinous shit with them and scare the neighbors. Laundry bags. You go to an old-fashioned laundry store, and you get these bags. It's a clothing bag thing. It goes over your suit or whatever. And it's so thin. Oh my God, it's thin because they're cheap bastards. And so you get those things you get like 500 for a penny or something like that. And you tape off the top opening where the neck would be. And then you got this big old bag. And they're wonderful for all kinds of stuff. You put a balloon inside there, a helium balloon, and almost any helium balloon can lift that turkey thing because it weighs nothing. And it goes floating around, looks like a ghost. If you shine a light on it just right, looks like a ghost, okay? Geez, we've been doing that since the 50s. It was seen only briefly when she noticed a bright white object moving about, approaching to within 200 feet before going away. Within 200 feet of what? Of her? Seen only briefly when she noticed a bright white object moving about, approaching to within 200 feet before going away. Well, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Another object or the same helium balloon object or what? Oh, wait. 20. No. I don't know what the hell this broad's talking about. I think she's loopy. Luckily, she didn't put her name in here because she's smart. It was about 20 feet in diameter and 25 to 30 feet off the ground. What was? The ghost-like thing? No, because the ghost-like thing is 50 feet off the ground. Okay, so there's this other thing that's 20 feet in diameter. That's flitting around. The little ghost-like thing. Okay, oh, son of a bitch. It was about 20 feet in diameter and 25 to 30 feet off the ground. Okay, 20 feet diameter. I've told you many times when I was a kid, we used to buy these. What were they used for? They were used as weather balloons or some damn thing. And as little kids, we would save up our money. The first time this happened, it was heartbreaking. It was just sad. I cried and cried and cried. I was like 7. And I worked on my paper route for, I don't know, like 7 months, saved up my money and sent in for this damn balloon. And it said it was 16 feet. It said it was 16 feet in diameter. I said, oh my God, I just kept waiting for the crate, and I could barely afford it. It was somewhat expensive for me, not for anybody else, but I waiting for the crate, waiting for the big old package, And finally it arrived. And the mailman said, here you go. You got to sign this thing. Signed it. Oh God, where is it? Must be in the truck. And he walked away, and I said, hey, wait. Where's my balloon? And he turned around and looked at it. Well, what are you, a moron? And he pointed at my feet. It was a little tiny box about, you literally could have shipped a ballpoint pen in it. And I thought, oh, I suck. I've been ripped off. What did they rip off us 7-year-old sons of bitches? I'll get them when I'm older. And anyway, I don't know, I pouted for half a day, and then I finally opened it, and there was a little thing in there. It looked like a dog condom, Stupidest little thing you ever saw in your life. Oh, God, I was sad. All that money, all that work. And that was the first one I got. And it said, it's better for these, said something about, it's better for these if you, like, douse it with talcum powder, something like that. It's supposed to keep it from popping or something. I don't know. It did something healthy for it anyway. So I got it, and I got it out of the box, and you're supposed to stretch it over the vacuum cleaner on the exhaust side. And I did. And blew it up. It got up to about medicine ball size, about 1.5 foot diameter, something like that. I thought, well, that's not so bad. I could do some damn thing with this. I don't know what, but 1.5 foot, it's not 16 feet, but hell, let's just play with it. I've been screwed. In those days we'd never even heard of returns. And then I remembered that it said you're supposed to do something with talcum powder, and I thought, oh yeah, okay, well let's protect my investment. I think it was $4.50 or something like that. And after the first initial inflation, it was much bigger. Could have been a horse condom after that. And I found some bottle of talcum powder, filled that puppy up, and I put it back over the vacuum, and filled it up, and I thought, well, now it's 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6. That's not so bad. I could scare people with this somehow. I don't know how I'm going to get it out the door, but let's just inflate it first in the house, and see how big it can go. Got a biggish living room, a lot of room. And kept going. Shake around that talcum powder inside there, make sure it coats all the sides. And it didn't take very long. It took 10, 15 minutes, I suppose. It got up to the size of the height of the ceiling. We had high ceilings, probably 10 or 12 feet. So it was probably at close to 12 feet diameter. And I thought, well, 16, I don't have room to go 16, but we'll just see what it looks like at 12, And I'm standing there listening to the vacuum, and the cat's hair's all sticking out, like, oh, son of a bitch, I knew they were coming someday. He's watching this thing, waiting for it to spring on him. And I'm just standing there waiting till it just gets almost to the ceiling, and I'll shut off the vacuum. And looking around, and I look down at something. Nobody home. Look back. Balloon's gone. But oh my God, where could it go? The vacuum must have sucked it up. But the whole house was instantly very, very foggy. What happened was it popped. It probably touched a, God knows what, a bug, some damn thing on the carpet. Because by that time it was so thin. It was so incredibly thin. It couldn't have been more than 2 molecules thick. And it just went. That was it. That's all there was. I didn't actually hear that, but it must have been some kind of sound like that. It just disappeared, like into the corn. And, all talcum powder coated every square centimeter of the house. And then the Grinches got home, and then the shit really hit the fan. And there's, I tried to pass it off as road construction out front, shit like that. No, it didn't fly. I ended up having to dust the every knick-knack, every eyeball of every knick-knack, every square inch of every single thing. Yeah, okay, so that's my experience with these balloons that I think she's talking about. So she says it was about 20 feet in diameter. If you filled them with warm air, they would fly. Usually the air coming out of the vacuum was pretty hot. So that was enough to just make them fly, usually. Not always, depending on the temperature outside. Let's see, this is Ohio, October, so it probably would have flown. Didn't fly well, it would just hover 10, 20, 30 feet above the ground, fly around until it hit something. I ended up buying quite a few more of them, and in the neighborhood did also. And we had great fun, but they all popped, So that's what it sounds like. And that's all she saw at this point, at this juncture. That's all she has seen so far. She saw the little balloon with the ghost sheet draped over it, and then she saw this big thing approach to within 200 feet of the house, I guess, or something before going away. Well, the wind currents just switched, that's all. About 20 feet in diameter, probably more like 16, and 25 to 30 feet off the ground. Yeah, there you go. They'll, depending on the differential in temperature, they'll fly for 15, 20 minutes before the air inside cools off enough. If you had a little bit of helium, of course, that would keep them up there. But okay, then later, so this thing's done, it's gone, then it went away. Gone. But later, I don't know, hours, couple of whiskeys later, she saw a little blue-green thing, about 2.5 feet tall, with the face, and with a face with spiky things at the tops and side of the head. Oh, hell, and it came and looked in an open door. Well, she got the door open in October. Well, it could be nice in October. It had stumpy arms and quickly disappeared from sight. Chupacabra. UFO sightings occurred about the same time in nearby Athens and elsewhere. Okay, we're supposed to decide if there's any credibility to this at all. I mean, even one molecule of 1 grain of sand, I can't give it that. Okay. Between Gulfport and Biloxi, Mississippi. Gulfport. All right. See where it goes. October 16th, 1973, times night, the cab driver reported that he was confronted with a blue oblong UFO that landed in front of his car on Interstate 90. 73, they had an Interstate 90? Huh. Okay, whatever. His car stalled and its lights and radio died. He heard oh God, you can deal with that, but then here's a tapping of the claws on the windshield. Oh, son of a bitch. And he saw a crab-like thing and 2 shiny spots or eyes. Oh, hell. The driver reportedly confessed to a hoax, but this has never been confirmed. Well, I think we just confirmed it. Suck. What the The only question I have is, okay, I don't know, you're sitting around the bar, somebody heard some UFO story, and you think, man, why is my camera jumping around? What in the hell? It does that during an earthquake because it's extended way out on the end of an arm. Well, that's quite interesting. A lot of times we get so many earthquakes here. Okay, I'm shaking the table. It's not moving. Yeah, something's shaking. That's our seismograph right there. When you see the picture shaking, that means we're getting hammered, but we're not really. We usually get the Jello bowl ones where there's no shaking, no jerking, shit isn't flying off. We're just going, ooh, ooh, like the kiddie ride at the fair. I'm watching. I don't know what's going on. Seismograph. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll watch it for a while. No, it's still jumping. What the hell? Okay, I'll watch it later after we finish this thing. Because the camera doesn't touch anything else. The camera is totally isolated from any other furniture. So like on this table right here, on this big desktop, you could have sex and the camera wouldn't move. You could get probed. I don't know. Wait. No? I don't know what the hell. Okay. Crapola. October 16th, 1973, time is night. A cab driver reported that he was confronted with a blue oblong UFO that landed in front of his car on Interstate 90. His car stalled and its lights and radio died. Really, really, really common. So common it's boring. If I was driving along now, after all these decades of research, and I saw a UFO coming, and right about then my headlights and engine and radio and everything died, I wouldn't be alarmed at all. I would just say, oh, fuck. Come on, guys. His car stalled and the radio died. He heard it tapping on the windshield and saw a crab-like thing and two shiny spots or eyes. Oh, yeah, and then they confessed to a hoax, but now they're trying to say, no, it wasn't a hoax. Well, yeah, fucking hoax. Surprised Anton Anfilov hasn't signed his name to it. The crab claw thing, that would have disqualified it because I cannot conceive of any race on any planet that can evolve successfully to become the dominant race of that planet when all they got is claws. It's going to be hard to build rockets with claws. It just is. Lehi, Utah, October 16th, 1973, time is late night. A woman was abducted from her home, as well as possibly 3 of her children and a neighbor boy, and given a medical examination on board a craft. Well, those bastards. Carrying a machine of some sort, 3 beings lifted the woman from a couch and carried her by her arms. Well, shit. I hate to say it. She's getting some of the points correct, correctly in line with a number of other reports. So either she's lucky or she's been studying UFO stuff and she's copying a report, trying to make one up of her own. For what purpose? I don't know. Why these people make up these reports? I don't. I mean, they're not even getting a moment of fame. They're getting, I don't know, 0.3 seconds or something. Takes them 10, 15 minutes to make up the story, and then 0.3 seconds of ecstasy, I guess. I don't know. Pretty short-lived. Her next memory was of a big bright room with lots of lights and buttons. Well, that's what, if I was making one up, I'd say that. I mean, that's pretty well covers it. And glass tubes containing liquid. Oh, well, that's a common theme. Could be any color, usually glows. She observed 4 or 5 humanoids on the craft and at least 2 human-like beings. Okay, this bothers me. Maybe this happens. Maybe they got a, employee sharing deal. I don't know, but it bothers me. It detracts from the credibility. If I actually saw that, I probably wouldn't say it. The humanoids did not communicate with her, were coldly efficient, and made her feel like a guinea pig. Well, that's what you are there, guinea pig. They were, what the hell? 40.5 feet tall. No. 40-5, what does that mean? 4 to 5? I think they mean 4 to 5 feet tall, with head coverings. Head coverings. What, like a turban? No noses. Long fish-like mouths. Oh, God damn it. You want to be probed by that? When they're doing this probing, what else do? They got you taped down there. We've heard the description too many times. They dig out the duct tape, Gorilla brand, and they tape you to a big old table, usually on your stomach. And sometimes they got a machine, sometimes not. Sometimes they just do it, kind of sort of manually. Taking turns. One gets done, he flops down to the floor, twitches for a while. Next one takes his place. After you get 7, 8, 9, 10 of them go through that routine, then the first one's ready to go again. But it's in the name of science because they need the specimen samples. And they want to make sure you got some to take home. But what if they got long fish-like mouths? How are you going to tolerate that? What else do they do? When you're duct taped down there, you probably can't even see what they're doing. You can feel it, but oh, hell. We need an interview with someone, like in real time, as being probed by aliens. Oh, God, that would be fun. I'm going to look for somebody like that. Yeah, baby. Okay. No noses, long fish-like mouths, orange hands, and they ask if those might be gloves. No, they just put a condom on every finger. God, with 2 or 3 big claws or fingers that opened like a clasp. Okay, here we go. Here's the claw thing again. Goddamn claw thing again. I ain't going for claws. I just can't go there. I just ask the anthropologists, anything that has claws, has it ever evolved to be anything of any importance at all, anywhere in the history of the world? No, I say no. Claws don't work. I mean, what can they be? You're trying to build a rocket. Okay, you got built-in vice grips. That's it. I guess you could file them down and turn them into screwdrivers. Then what? You can't type very fast. Clack, clack, clack. Oops, broke the keyboard, sorry. Oh yeah, foreplay is going to be a lot of goddamn fun, isn't it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pinch it all the way off. Fuck. They had large oval eyes that wrapped around the side of the head. See now our microphone settled down. Camera settled down. Must have been, I don't know what. Okay, they had large oval eyes that wrapped around the side of the head. The pupils were big, black, and round, and moved a lot. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. Their suits were a fluorescent silvery and blue. Silver suit. Come on. In contrast to the three beings that took her from her home who wore shiny, bright white uniforms. Did they look like doctors? Were they handsome? During the exam, oh, here we go. Here, oh, fucking shit, here we go. God, son of a bitch. What's the name of this website? I got to remind you where you're at. alienanalprobe.com. Never lose sight of that. God knows we can't. During the exam, she was hooked up to a machine and probed with needles. Ah, hell. How do you do that? How do you do? You stick with a needle. You don't probe with a needle. You stick. You stick. Stick and retreat. Stick and retreat. You know, God damn it. Given a blood pressure test and a... Here we go. Here, now we're getting down there. Here we go, people. Now, ladies, well, men too, very, very seldom tell you what actually happened. They'll sort of allude to it vaguely. They want you to know it, but they don't want to say it. They don't want to admit it. They don't want their friends to know. She was given a blood pressure test. Okay, wait a minute. With a cuff and a pump, and I wish she would have been more specific. If she would have said that I would have disqualified it right now. I'm pretty much right there anyway. But I don't think they're using blood pressure tests that we would ever recognize. My guess is they're going to point a laser at you and they're going to know instantly every goddamn thing that's going on inside your body. And you're not going to have any clue what data they just took. Anyway, and then the fun starts. After the blood pressure test, she was given a gynecological exam. Was there a chair? Was it a gyno chair? Because I'd pay for footage of that. You knew I was going to say that, didn't you? I mean, you can't. You got a line like that. You can't resist that. Where would Howard Stern go with that? Jackass. I haven't talked about him for a long time. I tried to forget about him, and I've been pretty successful. Is he still alive? Did he fucking die yet? God, he's big. Jesus fucking Christ, he's big. Like a goddamn shaved Bigfoot. Fucking hell. Never liked him. Ever liked him. But, I was going to say something. I was going to say he's got balls. No, he doesn't got balls. He's just fucking stupid. He's got no barrier between what he should say and what he shouldn't say. And mine's getting pretty thin also, though. Flexible. Malleable. Okay, so they did a gyno exam. But it wasn't a gyno exam. It was, well, it was probably that, but it was the other exam also. A really, 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 really lot of that. The beings were able to read her mind. So they know if she likes it or not. Oh, suck, that would truly suck, wouldn't it, if you're a woman and you got sucked up into a UFO? Oh my God. You got sucked up into a UFO and they taped you down, duct tape, Gorilla Brand, taped you down, and they bring out the machine or whatever, it doesn't matter. The handheld device, it doesn't matter. And they're probing. And you're screaming, "Let me go, you assholes, I'll kill you all." But inside, she's thinking, "Oh my God, this is the best probing I ever got in my entire goddamn life. Oh, Jesus, please don't stop. Please don't stop. Right there. Come on, a little faster. Okay, so the aliens know this. Oh, that would so suck. Oh, yeah, that would be a really bad thing. Well, chances are high that they do, because they all speak telepathy. Shit. The beings were able to read her mind. Oh, God damn it. One of the humans was bald, about 55. Oh, God, no. And talked with her and helped her during the exam. Yeah, well, we can just picture that, can't we? Aliens are probing as fast as their little goddamn 3-foot tall figures can go, like little fucking horny goats. And this old bald pedophile bastard sitting there on the table with her, holding her hand. Saying, okay, Betty, come on, it's okay. It's going to be over in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, no big deal. I'll sit here with you the entire time, but we need to do this for science, Betty. Is that okay? Like the gimp. And the guy says, is the probe too big there, Betty? You want a smaller one? You want a bigger one? You want to go faster? You want to go slower? Because, really, there's only one thing they're interested in. As soon as you give them that, they're done. Well, no, not really. They might continue for a little longer than that, but that'll shorten it, So, what do you think there, Biddy? Are they getting close? Gonna ring the bell? What do you think, girl? I'll tell them to turn a little faster. What do you think? And he gives a hand signal to the alien, and that little fuckhead, like a goddamn spaniel, and that works. And then there's only 7 more guys to go. So they gave her a shot to make her forget, but she didn't, did she? Maybe dulled the memory. And then carried her out a door to be reunited with her children. God fucking knows what they did to the children. Were they sitting on a little wooden bench outside the room? Son of a bitch. Oh, God. The incident took 45 minutes to an hour. Well, that's kind of normal. I would say anywhere from 30 minutes to 3 hours. That's probably the norm. I don't know that a chastity belt would really protect you, but I think I ought to sell them. Okay. I'm tired of this silly story. Credibility or not? Scanning, skimming, browsing. It's a pretty pat story of alien anal probing. The needles, probed with needles, that bothers me. I find it really hard to believe that aliens would use needles for anything in their advanced state. I mean, we barely do. We got all kinds of stuff coming up through the pipe that's going to replace needles. Someday, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, it's, if the aliens are 100,000 years beyond us, or whatever, 10,000, if the aliens are 500 years beyond us, they're not using needles. So, I don't like it because of that. The aliens and the humans together, the bald guy holding her hand. No. No. I'm not going for it. Okay, bye. Get out. Get the hell out of my database. God dang it. Okay, we're over our time, so then we shall continue for a little bit. Near Danielsville, Georgia, October 17th, 1973, time is evening. A silver oval-shaped object landed on U.S. Route 29, 300 feet ahead of Paul Brown's car, forcing him to make a panic stop. What in the F? He makes a panic stop because of something 300 feet ahead? That's 3 football fields. He either grossly, misinterpreted the distance, or he's a goddamn moron. Could be both. 2 small, 4.5 foot tall beings clad in what else, people? Silver suits and white gloves appeared underneath the UFO. Yeah, it crapped him out of its ass like it always does. They had reddish faces and white hair. So they're still 300 feet ahead? Because he did a panic stop. That means he stops in 30, 40, 50 feet. Okay? So now he's 250 feet from them. But he can see all this shit. Brown stepped up halfway out of his car with a gun in his hand. Huh. The beings turned and re-entered the craft, which took off with a whooshing sound. Brown fired several shots at it with no apparent effect. Well, what state is this? Oh, yeah. Let's see. It's Georgia. Well, I don't know. I play with guns too. But I don't shoot at much of anything anymore. Only bad people. I don't know. It sounds redneck enough to be true. Shit. I give it 1 grain of sand. 1 grain. God bless it. Okay. Here's near Eupora, Mississippi. Same region. October 17th, 1973. And our poltergeist just came back. It doesn't matter what time of day or night. Within a little while after I start talking, the poltergeist will come. Never found him. Okay, near Eupora, Mississippi, October 17th, 1973, times evening. A 50-foot wide UFO hovered 2 to 3 feet above the highway 82 at twilight. Seemingly suspended on a beam of light. Heard that before. The primary witness car lights went out and the engine died when it was 100 yards from the craft. Okay, that's pretty normal distance, if anything's normal. Another car stopped just behind him. A second UFO hovered about 60 feet above the first, illuminating it with a light. Both craft were... Yeah, it's quite late here. Sorry. I was out walking today. I walked about probably 8 miles, carrying my biggest DSLR with the longest lens. I don't know what it weighs, probably 20, 24 pounds, something like that. It's a bastard thing. And I was walking in crowded areas, and every place I went, I had, well, I was going to say girls. No, girls and guys. Strangers to me who would ask me to take their pictures. I'm not sure why they do this. This is really common in Southeast Asia. I saw it in the Eastern Bloc, Romania, Bulgaria. I did not see it in Austria, those dour fucking... But I did see it in some Eastern Bloc countries. People, I don't know what the hell, they see a big camera and they think something good is going to come from that big camera. Well, not necessarily. But anyway, they want a picture, so I did that. And I walked and walked and walked. I got really, really tired, so I'm ready for alien sleep. Okay. Both craft were similar, like inverted cups, and had greenish blue flashing lights. A catfish. Oh, what the hell? How do you say hell with a southern accent? Hell. I'm trying to remember Forrest Gump. I think it's hail, something like that. It's not right, but I do English teaching, and I teach proper pronunciation and things like that. So, who cares? It had greenish blue flashing lights. A catfish-like creature came out from the top of the lower UFO. What in the hell? Holding onto a handrail. Now, wait a minute. This is right out of a fucking LSD dream. A catfish. Look, catfish, a catfish. They don't have no goddamn feet and they don't have no goddamn hands. Fuck me. This is just really going down the drain here about as fast as it can. It stopped circling the drain. Now it's dropping. A catfish-like, I got to read it again and again. A catfish-like creature came out from the top of the lower UFO holding onto a handrail for your safety. It had gray fish-like skin, wide mouth. Wait. One glowing eye. Why? Flipper-like feet and webbing between the legs like a flying squirrel. It had feather-like objects on its back, which opened and closed when it moved. What in the fucking fuck is this? So I start getting pissed off at some point. That's it. That's all there is. It's done. That's the end. Okay, then what happened, Paisano? You got probed by a fucking catfish, goddamn fucking penis? What happened to you? Oh, hell. Okay. I don't care. Jesus, hell. Oh, come on. There's no way to slow down the scrolling in Windows. Yeah, thanks, Bill, you jackass. Okay, here's probably the last one, I hope. God, I hope so. Near Wayne, New Jersey, October 17th, 1973, time was evening. 2 men driving on Route 23 to New York City from work saw a large, round, silver craft. Oh, come on. Oh, God, smack me. Come on, from the top. 2 men driving on Route 23 to New York City from work saw a large, round, silver craft hover over a field, then land. Okay, we got that out. They stopped and got out of the car as the object descended, and then the driver got scared and drove off. Okay, I like it because this is simple, it's clear, it's believable so far. Thank you, Great Pumpkin. It's going to go to rat shit in a minute, but, so far we're good. The other man conversed. Yeah, I told you. What did I tell you? I told you it's going to go to rat shit really, really quickly. It's going to drop off the goddamn cliff. I told you that I hadn't even read ahead. The right eye hadn't even read ahead, but I saw it. Okay, so come on now. The first half is just ducky. 2 men driving in a cane. They'd see a large round silver craft, and it lands, and they stop, get out of the car, and they're looking, and then the driver said, "No, fuck this shit. We're out of here. Get in the car, asshole." And so he did, and they drove away. Okay, that's really nice. That's a nice, concise little report so far. They should have left it fuck right there. And then they continue. The other man, passenger, you're going to have to slap me out of this one, conversed with 7 human-like beings. Four men and 3 women who got out of the UFO. That's at the end. I'm seeing a bunch of really shitty reports coming out of this. Source on this is Webb, W-E-B-B, 1973. I'm seeing shit come out of whoever this is. I don't know if it's a name or a group, or I'm seeing shit. It's almost as bad as Anton Anfilov's goddamn fucking diarrhea. Poisonous, toxic fucking crap. So they were just going cutscene. They get in the car and they drive away and everything's fine. But then the other man converts. How does he converse? They're in the car with him? They got in the car with him? They're hanging onto the hood? Fucking horseshit. Yeah, it's making me testy. Now. Okay, so now I'm ticked off. Now we're at our hour. This is the absolute limit, supposedly, the hour. And I'm ticked off. So Do I want to take a chance to get more ticked off? Okay, wait. No. Next one comes from web, whatever that is. I'm not going to take a chance on that. No. Oh my God, there's a whole shitload of these web ones. Oh, what is this? Okay, here's a humcat. Okay, let's do the humcat. That'll be it. Because I want to recover from this unfortunate state a little bit. I don't want to go to sleep as a hater. West Melbourne, Brevard, Florida. October 19th, 1973, times 16:30, 4:30 in the afternoon. A Ute. What was that movie? My Cousin Vinny or something. I love that. The Utes didn't do it. The what? The Ute. We don't have no Utes. I used to buy horses from the Utes. Okay. A youth called the sheriff's department Friday and said he was watching television in his West Melbourne home when he looked out the window and saw a UFO in his front yard. You're on dispatch and you're thinking, yeah, baby, come on. What else you got? Come on. Were there any donkeys? Apparently, the craft just materialized on the ground and did not fly in. Well, who am I to say? He told the department a creature got out and it had silvery skin, crab-like. I was hoping to redeem some measure of gentlemanly composure, but it ain't gonna happen. Creature got out and it had silvery skin, crab-like claws, antennas, and it looked into his living room window with scary eyes. The department quotes him as saying, he got some bad shit. I don't know what it was, 1973? Yeah. Psychedelics were just raging. He got some bad ones or too many good ones, something. What a bad trip. No, I'm not. Things with silver skin, period, don't have claws. No, you'd be nicking yourself all the time. And it looked into his, okay, the Ute, fuck him, he's a Ute, said the creature got back into the saucer-shaped object and flew off. During the same time, there were other reports. Yeah, well, there was a batch. It was a bad batch, Can happen. I've seen it happen. Saw it happen at Woodstock. Bad batch of shit. What was the bad stuff at Woodstock? I forgot. It was bad. It's messed up some people for their whole lives. That was really, really fun. Okay, credibility. Holy hell, that's it. I'm done. I can't do it. No, I can't do it anymore. No. I'm getting testy and cranky and pissed off, as it were. And I got to try to isolate this shaking camera thing. No idea what's going on. Yeah, see that? That's not an earthquake. Earthquake can't go for 35 goddamn minutes. What's it doing? I know what it is. It's the aliens trying to send me a message. They're telling me to shut the fuck up about this stuff, or they're going to come and suck my goddamn liver in the night. They're going to suck it out like an octopus sucks out the shark's liver. Because they've done it before and they like them. It's a message for sure. There's probably a code. If you count the bumps, like in the microphone rack, count the bumps, that will be a code. And you'll have to, you get a bunch of ones and zeros, and you'll have to translate them. You'll say something like, fuck you, we're coming now, we're going to probe you to fucking death. It's going to say something like that. I don't really care. I got to figure out what's doing it though. Jesus Christ. All right, thank you very, very, very much for tolerating this horse stuff. Trying to clean it up, people. Not very hard, but I'm trying. Thank you very much and good evening. And what camera? This one, yeah. Good night.